Dogs, this is Kianara and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to actually show you a little bit of a tiny little do-it-yourself craft that will actually help you with making doll wigs. I am actually planning on making a few videos about how I make my own wigs, whether it be yarn wigs or alpaca wigs or remy fiber wigs or whatever kind of fiber you want to use for your wigs. In short, I just am planning on making a few how to make your own wig videos this autumn, and before I wanted to actually make those videos, I wanted to actually show you how I made the stand that I will be using in these videos, because I have made some wigs in the past and I found, especially with my bigger dolls, that limbs are kind of a problem, especially those big guys with those long legs. They can be a bit of a hassle when you're trying to make wigs. At least when I make wigs, I like to turn my doll around so I can have the perfect approach to sticking on the hairs to the wig cap. And when turning, you know, those legs, they fly around, they are all sorts of unruly and they can be quite a bother. So I thought I can make something quite easy to actually help me make wigs more easily and not have to fight with legs all the time. And that's when I made this. Now this is actually quite an easy craft. It is actually very simple. Most of the things I just had laying around, that can happen. I will tell you why that happens. This is actually something, items that I had laying around my house. The only thing I actually had to buy is one thing, not the head, but it's what's underneath the head. I actually made two. I have a smaller one. This is a smaller one when I have dolls or like MSD dolls that are smaller, or I have dolls that don't need that long of hair. Short hair kind of styles can go on this one, and when I have dolls that will be getting longer hair, I can use this one to have a little bit more, not much more room to, you know, work with the fibers. So, in case you're wondering, yes, this is my new dude. He's handsome. You will be seeing more of him quite soon. Now, I will be showing you this because this one is a little bit more handleable, a little bit smaller, to actually show you what I did with it. So what will you be needing for this handy dandy, which is actually also detachable, totally collapsible, easy storage kind of unit? You will need an old piece of wood. Just a small piece of wood, doesn't matter what kind of wood. Just a little piece of wood that you have laying around your home, somewhere in your shed or something, or just a nice flat piece of wood. The second thing you'll need is an S-hook. You will also need a neck donut. This is actually one that I bought off of Alice's Collections. It's from Doll Family A. They sell these amazing neck donuts. You can actually use them for protection on your doll's necks when you don't have a head on it. I bought these a couple of years ago. I have two of them, one for larger dolls, one for smaller SDs. And I think I paid like somewhere between $3 and $5 for these things. They are really cheap. So yeah, you will need a neck donut, something like this, or, well, hold on. Not prepared for this video. Let me get me my other neck donuts. I have another one that I actually used on the other stand. That's not S-hooks. There we go. It's one like this. It's just a flat one. It's a simple neck donut. I believe I bought them off eBay or in Alice's Collections. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while. But I know these were like $1. They are really cheap. They are plastic. But you can also go for something like this. And anyways, you need something to put on top of your tube, because that's what you also need. You need like a tube. It can either be like mine is cardboard. You can also use PVC if you prefer that, if you have that laying around. This is actually the inside of a roll of baking paper that I just cut in half. This is the other half, by the way. I just cut it in half to make The thing is, you need something you can see through. Something that you can string an elastic through, put an S-hook on your neck donut. That's actually what you need. Now what I did to actually attach the elastic is you will also need a tiny piece of scrap elastic. I took one of these cramps. I think that's the best word to use for them. I don't know the technical terms, I'm sorry. But it's just one of these cramp thingies. We use them to actually make our cat pen. You could also use like a screw with a hook in it, a screw hook thingy, you know, a hook that you can screw into wood. Or actually anything that you can cram into the wood that has a hook in it, or a complete bow that you can string your elastic through. Just use whatever you have laying around in the house. I had these things. I just nailed it in with a hammer and that's it. I also gave this lovely piece of wood and actually my piece of cardboard. I gave them a little paint with some Mod Podge. This is actually glittery Mod Podge. That's the only one I still had laying around. Sorry. So yeah, it's a little bit shiny. But yeah, I painted it with some Mod Podge to get rid of all the nasty little tiny hooks and things that wood can have, so that my fibers that I'm actually using to make the wig won't stick to it and won't pull on it and stuff like that. So yeah, I gave it a nice coat of Mod Podge. I also treated the bottom with a couple of dots of hot glue in the corners so that it doesn't move around on my desk too much when I'm working with it, just to give it some traction. So yeah, that's basically what you need to actually make this stand. You pull the elastic through your hook. I use a string puller. You can use whatever the hell you have laying around your house. I just pull the string puller through my tube, hook it onto my elastic, pull the elastic through the tube, take my S-hook, hook it on, like that. Put my neck donut over the hook, and there we go. Now I have some leftover elastic right here. I just shove that into the tube, like that. You can actually see that, just... yeah, little finagling. Shove it in, like that. And there you go, there you have your stand. And you can just take it apart and put it together whenever you want. It's just nice, easy, dandy, handy thing. So I will also show you what I did with the other neck donut, because the other neck donut doesn't, you know, go over the piece of tube that well as the gray one did. So this is actually what the other one looks like. So what I did is I used a lot of hot glue. I used a lot of hot glue to go around the edges, sealing it onto this little tube just to give it some more strength. Because if you don't do this, this neck donut will fall off when you move the head around. Because it has nothing to really hold on to, because it's about just as wide as my tube is. So I just hot glued it all around. And now it's not going anywhere, and my new dude fits on it perfectly. And here we go. That's how you make yourself a nice, cheap, might I add, very cheap, stand for making wigs. So, guys, let me just put that guy away. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. I hope this was informative to you, that you think, hey, hold on, I can actually do that. You don't need to be very, very crafty or, you know, if you have two left hands, you can actually do this. It's really easy. I hope this was helpful to you. You guys, if you like this video and if you like what I'm doing, if you'd like to see more of my how-to wig tutorial videos coming up, then please like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. And I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye-bye.